not too much. I wanna be in fourth list. If wishes were horses, this is too much. It's not too much. If I want money, me, I do one dance, I got to say. If I want money, me, I'ma buy my shoto, I'ma buy my foya, I'ma buy me. Yeah, yeah. I wanna be a billionaire, billionaire, yeah, yeah. I wanna be a billionaire, billionaire, yeah, yeah. Yeah, anybody, anybody, yeah. I take a lorry mejo, yeah. I wanna be a billionaire, billionaire, yeah, yeah. I wanna be a billionaire, billionaire, yeah. I wanna wake up in a Lamborghini. I want to fly for Santorini, make money to see me. Oh, yeah, yeah. If I want money, me, I do one dance, I got to say. If I want money, me, I'ma buy my shoto, I'ma buy my foya, I'ma buy me. Yeah, yeah. I wanna be a billionaire, billionaire, yeah, yeah. I wanna be a billionaire, billionaire, yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful morning on Tuesday. It's another exciting edition of Consumer Voice this morning, and I want to believe that you're already waiting for us. So this edition promises to be a wonderful one, an exciting one, because we're going to discuss something that concerns virtually everybody that does business. I mean, if you run a business, if you're just about to start business, or probably you already run a business, okay, this is for you. So just draw your chair closer and listen. It's going to be very, very thought-provoking and insightful. My name is Oluyemi Omitola. Yes, today we're going to look at something that, of course, a lot of people who actually do business have actually been struggling with. One way or the other, if you run business in Nigeria, you know that it's quite a very, very turbulent one. Things are not the way it used to be in those days. So businesses are struggling every now and then. So today, I want to look at challenges of entrepreneurship in Nigeria. And to discuss this topic today, we have a very, very successful entrepreneur who has actually, experienced quite a lot of challenges and setbacks in the course of building business. And we're talking of no one but Anima Shaun Aminat Aderayo. She's the creative director of brand Derayo. She's also in charge of Derayo Vocational Limited. Derayo is a creative person because he does quite a lot with African fabrics and other things. So now we want to look at what this business is all about. Derayo, good morning.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Yeah, it's good to have you in the studio. Yes, we talk about entrepreneurship. I mean, it's one of the key things that people keep talking about right now, that you have to be an entrepreneur. I mean, a lot of people who do regular jobs, they still want to cross over to, entrepreneurship. What exactly is entrepreneurship?
Thank you. Thanks for the question. With the way things have evolved over the years, and being in Nigeria, going to school, after your school, and you realize after a while you see there's nothing coming up, and everybody's like, let me start a business, and that's the whole push of entrepreneurship started. And while we're all doing all that, people forgot to look at the source. Nigerian Nigerians have always been hardworking people. Our mothers, our fathers, they've always been working, farming, and also businesswomen. Even the one that are not illiterate, that we call illiterate, our mothers that didn't go to school, they've always been a businesswoman, selling, buying goods and services, and always exchanging money. But now, entrepreneurship has gone beyond that. Is when you solve a problem, you have a problem in the society or community, you develop a product or service to actually solve that problem and create value for people. That's what entrepreneurship is all about. It's beyond buying and selling. It's you have to think and solve a problem. That's what it is.
Wonderful. You know, one thing I actually appreciate this distinction you made between trading and entrepreneur, because quite a lot of people believe that when I sell things, I'm an entrepreneur. But of course, from what you said, you identify problem in the society, you have gaps, and you develop products or service to fill that gap. That's quite very, very interesting. Now, Derayo, what does it take to be an entrepreneur? Peculiar, where we say, okay, let me say generally, what does it take to be an entrepreneur? Before we move into Nigeria, because it's another terrain entirely.
Yes, I can't wait for us to delve into Nigeria society. It's what does it take to be an entrepreneur? It takes an open-minded person. You have to be open-minded, be aware of the problem in your environment, in your community. What can you bring to the table? What solution can you do? Is there a problem that is affecting you, that you feel that you have some other people that they are feeling the same it, and you want to create a solution to that problem? And that is where it starts from. Being innovative, being creative, thinking outside the box, doing something. It might even be something that they've been doing before, but something that what can you add to what is already on ground and solve problem and make money from it at the same time. Don't let us leave money out of it.
So are you saying that the motive shouldn't be about money?
The motive shouldn't be about money while starting off. You're going to make money, sure. Once you solve a problem, when people identify that, this is solution to what I've been looking for, money follows. It's just automatic. But what can you do? What can you do because we have a lot going on around. Everybody needs to do something to make the world better. Okay, wonderful.
Now, compared to paid employment, because quite a lot of people are actually dilly-dallying, I need to move to entrepreneurship. I'm in a paid employment, but I'm not well paid, and probably if I start doing my own business, I'll be able to, fly over financially, so to speak. So, but the key thing is not even about money. Aside from money, compared to paid employment, what benefit does entrepreneurship offers?
Apart from the benefits, there's a whole lot. I talked about solving a problem, which actually. It's when people are paying for your product or services, it's beyond even the products. It's actually the solution that is going to do to their problem. So that's the main thing. That's going to be the push. So the benefits is actually making the world better, contributing your own quota as a person. This is my quota to the world to make life better for others. That's number one. Then creating wealth. You can make money from it, and you can create jobs, reduce the rate of unemployment. While you reduce the rate of unemployment, the crime rate is going to reduce automatically. So when people can actually, from the product or company you created, you can employ people, and some people will depend on them. That's awesome. If we can all imagine, we have a whole lot of people doing that. The whole heat of the inflation, there's no job, the crime rate, everything will reduce and it will balance up.
Okay, wonderful. Now, if you look at entrepreneurship, it's quite very demanding terrain, so to speak. Okay, can anybody pursue entrepreneurship? Right.
Yes, anybody. It has to be number one. How exposed are you to what is going on around you? Some people, they just live in their community. They don't even know what's going on behind their street. What is going on around you? Self-awareness. You yourself, what is your purpose? What do you stand for? What do you want people to remember you for? It starts from all this. When you start thinking, you start seeing what are the things you're exposed to, what are the things you're reading, the books you're reading, that will ginger you to let me just, or maybe you go through a particular problem. It can actually come from there. Okay, let me do this. Why not? I know. Okay, I was talking to a friend, and she was talking about using dry pawpaw leaf that once you take it as tea every morning, it will boost your immune system and it will reduce the rate of you going to the hospital. That's fantastic. But where can we have someone that will think of, okay, fine, why not let me do it as form of a tea bag and sell it to people? So that is what we are talking about. It has to come from the a passion. A passion has to erupt. Then how do I go about it? Plan your business. You have to do your business plan, or go through the don't go through the difficult route, because if you don't have business plan, it's going to be a whole lot of stress. So then you hit it on the head and do a sample, do your market research, then you eat it.
Okay, great. You mentioned quite a lot of things that for anybody who want to actually explore entrepreneurship should accommodate in his thinking. But when we talk about Nigeria, we are not talking about challenges now, because that's going to follow up as another question. But presently, from your experience, how easy it is to be an entrepreneur in Nigeria?
It's not easy. It's not a walk in the park. It's a different ballgame entirely.
Okay.
It's an awesome environment where if you can put all the noise aside, all the challenges, find your way around it. There's always around things. It's not easy though, but it can be done. So how do you intend to look at what you are facing, the challenges you see in front or you are having? How can you find a way around it, manage it, and bring something beautiful out? And that's exactly what we need in Nigeria right now. There's a whole lot going on. Nigeria is not I don't want to but you know the funny part, foreigners do come in Nigeria and they are doing fine. So
why? How do they get along?
Because they have access to funds.
Okay.
They know about them. They've done their research. That is what most Nigerians don't do. We don't do our research. We don't even know the size of the market we want to market to. So they have the upper hand with all that. Then they have investors. They do their business plan well. They know what they are coming for. They see the gold.
Okay.
While we are here, we're like, okay, we're not so bothered about what's going on. I know it's not easy, but we can't keep saying it's not easy. Something has to be done. Who is doing it? That's what we want, and let's see the results.
Well, we're going to go on short break. When we come back, we'll still continue this conversation with Derayo. Okay, don't go away. Stay with us.
Is it too much? It's not too much. I wanna be in fourth. If wishes were horses, is it too much? It's not too much. If I want money, I do want dance. I got to say, if I want money, I'ma buy my shoto, I'ma buy my foya, I'ma buy me. Yeah. I wanna be a billionaire, yeah. I wanna be a billionaire, yeah. Wanna wake up in a Lamborghini. I want to fly for Santorini, make bonito Sicily. Yeah. If I want money, I do want dance. I got to say, if I want money, I'ma buy my shoto, I'ma buy my foya, I'ma buy me. Yeah. I wanna be a billionaire, yeah. I wanna be a billionaire, yeah. Anybody. I did do Lori Mejo.
Well, you're welcome to Impact Business Radio. It's Consumer Voice again, and we are still talking to our guest in the house, Derayo. Derayo is a creative professional. Is the creative director of brand Derayo, the brand Derayo. He's also the chief operating officer of Derayo Vocational Limited. And she said a lot of things about being an entrepreneur in Nigeria. It's not quite an easy experience. But Derayo, what are the challenges experienced by entrepreneur in Nigeria? Challenges.
I'll start with the one that is eating us now. Is the infrastructure.
Okay.
Actually, infrastructure, the lights that is not stable,
Okay.
and it's affecting a whole lot. Most
Okay.
most of the profit is being eat up by fueling the gen, and now the diesel again. That's
Okay.
another thing. A lot of people that have been looking into industrialization, looking into acquiring more equipment to ease off production, and the diesel like this is another phase entirely, and we're just hoping that things can get better.
Okay.
So infrastructure, marketing strategy,
Okay.
being aware of how to market your products, being aware of the market itself, how large it is, what is the market share, what niche can you actually go into,
Yeah.
your branding, are you working on your business branding? Those are the
Okay.
things you need. Most Nigerians, because of the struggling, the whole okay, I'm doing it, let me just start something small,
Okay.
pending I get a paid employment, then they'll do it for years, and they'll just be going in roundabout, not knowing that it starts from the back to the front and the front to the back. You can't just open your business and just start. You need to, what strategy do you want to use?
Okay.
People next to your street don't even know that your business even exists where you are. You are even afraid, you can't even talk, being bold about your business, sharing what you do. Some people, they can't even talk about what their business. Be proud of what you do. Even if it's you're just trying to, even if it's repairing shoe or something, it's something. Be proud of it. So it comes from there. Your branding, what can you do? Do you have a budget for marketing and branding?
Yeah.
So all these things keep going in the same circle.
Okay.
Having said that, you have to look in you yourself. Are you your self-awareness? What is the goal of your business? What is the goal of what's the vision?
Okay.
How is the vision driving the business?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I need to draw this your attention to something somebody said some time ago, and that's quite very critical to this conversation we're having. The guy came up and said that about 85% of SMEs owners in Nigeria set up their businesses just to feed,
For survival.
Yeah, just to feed, just to handle some basic domestic needs, and they are not actually aspiring to build a brand. They are not aspiring to expand. And once they are able to make 3 square meal, and probably able to feed that, that's it. What would you say to that?
That's true. We have a whole lot. It's true because I'm going to use my experience.
Okay.
It starts from the survival aspect. I need to eat. I need to survive. But there's a point that is going to get to that you realize that this is more than survival. This is Then it depends on how exposed. Who are the set of people, your connection, your network, what are they doing, what your friends that they have business, what are the things that they are doing in their business, it will inspire you to do more.
Okay.
So it being individual, I think when I started it was just one table, one machine and one stool. I wasn't even thinking of what is going to materialize. My point is just, let's just produce one, let me just have money, let's make money, and just I'll be fine. But it's beyond. Over the years, I realized that okay, I know how to make shoes, I know how to make bags, but what about the managing of the business, the managing skill? That is I know something was missing, but I don't know what it is. I was just doing they bought this, I wrote it down. We bought this material, I wrote it down. Nothing more. There was no plan, no strategy. Okay, they bring this order, we deliver. It's beyond that. Then I was opportune to win a scholarship through World Bank, and I was sent to Enterprise Development Center in Lagos, Lagos Business School. And when I started, I was like, oh, so I've just been playing. It's like this is it. So I was open to the business aspect of it, learning how to manage staff, human resources. There's a whole lot that you need to. So it's just beyond your small shop and you register your business name and that's it. No, it's beyond that. The process. How can you build your process, your business process? How can you ensure that you're on top of your business and your business is running, you have revenue that is coming in? Those are the little things, but you have to be open-minded about it. It's not easy, but you have to be ready to learn. Thank God the technology is helping. There's a lot of free training online, thousands of free training. A lot of organizations are trying to push for people to learn, and free online 3-hour Zoom meeting. You pick something, you pick one or two things, then you add it to your business, you move up. It's beyond making money. It's, you need to build a brand that outlives you. That is what we are talking about.
Wonderful. Dario, now quite a lot of people share their experiences, especially when it comes to entrepreneurial journey in Nigeria. So you mentioned infrastructure. Quite a lot of people, especially those already established as SMEs, they keep talking about funding. They don't access funds. Government is not providing funds. Banks are not providing funds. And if you sampled 100 entrepreneurs in Nigeria, 90 or 80% will say that the critical problem they have. You mentioned infrastructure, okay? Now, probably because the area is big, now she can afford to do it. But the key concern is that, the major concern is that quite a lot of them keep saying it's funding. Do you think funding is the real major problem?
Yeah, I will agree that the funding is a problem, but to me, to be honest with you, is not the problem.
Really?
Yes, the government, I'm not a government official, but so far I've seen that is going on around, the government has been trying to ensure that SME access funds.
Okay.
Some commercial banks, they are a bit reluctant about giving out loans, and I know why they are reluctant. There are some that they are giving.
Okay.
Some interests are high, there are some that are low, BOI is trying. But the thing is, apart from capital itself, you've not been assessing what have you put in place to assess those funds. Okay. If we say, okay, fine, bring your business. Some people, they have not registered their business. Some people, they did not even do limited liability. You don't have records of the sales that you've been having. You don't have proper accounting. Who would want to give you millions of naira to even invest in your business? Those are the things you yourself, you have to look into and put in place. There are funds out there. Funnest part is, banks are saying that we have money, we don't have who to give it to. Some entrepreneurs are even of the opinion that, sorry, I can't take loan, no. I don't want to look bank wala. So that's another exactly. And another thing is, if you have a quality product, if you have good services, and you have good customer service, referrals will keep coming in and sales will keep coming. And once banks see that, there's volume of track of records of money coming, some people most of the sales don't even go into their bank account. Wow. So they can't even track record of sales so that they can give you funds. So there's a whole lot. There are funds available, but who are those that will assess it? Are you ready to assess it? It starts from there.
Well, that's quite very interesting, because when people keep talking about funds, I say, okay, fine. What if they provide funds? Do you have what it takes to drive the business to optimal ends? And that's one of the key things. But you have actually identified some of these general challenges here and there. Infrastructure problem, funding problem, knowledge gap, even knowledge gap. But personally, I mean, you've been doing this business for how long?
Of over 10 years.
Of over 10 years. What has been your challenges personally that you can share with our listeners?
Yes, is right now, as at this point, once you're doing business and you're moving, it's stage by stage actually.
Okay.
It doesn't happen, boom, you've arrived. No. You have to, it takes time, being patient, and at this level of my own business, the major issue is human resources, who to work with. Employees. There's a whole lot of drama going on. Yes, there's a whole lot. So that's who are those that they're skilled labor, having real skilled labor, the mindset of, okay, fine, we need to ensure that this brand actually grows by supporting the brand, ensuring that we have good business, good ethics, work relationship. So those are the things, that major challenge that we are facing, especially in the fashion industry. Okay. It's hard to actually employ most of our youths. By the time they come, okay, I want to work. By that, okay, write write letter. Well, starting from the letter, you already know that there's going to be an issue. Exactly. Okay, fine, we'll train you. After your training, you start. Even after training, you just realize there's a whole lot of issue. There's a whole lot of, they would work for 2 months and they're moving on to the next train. How long are we? So who is looking into ensuring that their mindset is open. Human resources is just a major issue challenges that we're having at this point. So I just I'm employing whatever anyone can do. If you can look into human resources services that you can do for SMEs, that will be a good point, especially for fashion industry. Training our youths so that we can employ them. Because Nigerian government is talking about exports, pushing non-oil products into the market. But who are those that will ensure that quality product is being exported to other countries?
Yeah, you just touched on something that actually it's quite very important for us to look at, because right now we have within SME's ecosystem in Nigeria, what we have is that people trying to do products that we need, and at the same time they are struggling along the line, and yet what we have generally, so to speak, I don't have the statistics at hand, but what I know, what I've perceived, so to speak, is that Nigerians prefer buying foreign product, foreign brand to local brands. So it tends to actually discourage quite a lot of local producers, Nigerian brand owners, so to speak. So I don't know, have you experienced this from your own end, or now how were you able to actually overcome this setback?
Over the years, it has been like that. Nigerians love imported goods. That's the fact that we can't shy away from. Everyone wants to wear, the top brand, the international brand. But over the years, based on the input of the local producers, things are changing. Nigerians, they now buy locally made products, but though it's not as compared to the what China is dumping on us. I'll call it dumping, but because there's a lot that is being in the market and is being sold. I'm just like, what is this again? And Nigerians are buying, and so most what I need to is changing, is getting better. The fact that we're still like, okay, they prioritize imported goods too. It still boils down to all these challenges that we are talking about.
Okay.
The poor infrastructure, lack of access to funds, yes, and also entrepreneurs taking bull by the horn, being ready, knowing that, okay, fine, this is what I need to do to get to this stage. This is what I need to do to ensure that there are referrals. Because once you are not having referrals, you've been in business for 5 years, and people that bought from you in the first year, they are not coming back, they're not buying the 5th year. There's a problem. There's something wrong. So ensuring that you have quality products to even offer, so that you don't just say, oh, boom, I want to sell 5. My cousin wants to buy some and go and sell to friends. It's beyond that. You have to look at what is going to happen in the next 2 years. What's going to happen to your brand, to your business in the next 5 years. Ensuring that you bring quality out. That's what we need. Once Nigerians, you can buy and they will refer. Nigerians, I've seen customers that once they buy our product, like, wow, they will do video and send it to us, like, please post it just to promote our brand. Okay. And that's the people want to associate themselves with quality, with the best. So are you the best? That is where it comes from.
Okay, but let me take you up on this, because the most important thing we're talking about right now is, challenges the entrepreneurs are actually facing, especially in Nigeria. We talk about quality, okay? We have quality assurance in so many established companies, especially foreign companies. It's a system that they put in place. Quality control, quality assurance. But, for those who are struggling to even raise capital, to buy quality raw materials, to accommodate staff that are skilled, that have the right attitude and mindset, to also do quite a lot of putting marketing and brand building in place. How would they survive? How would they develop this quality product that you talk about in absence of all this?
It starts with the owner itself, the owner of the brand, the owner of the business, being conscious about what they put out there, being conscious of their product, ensuring that each product is being looked into, each design is being looking into, that this is how we want it to be, this is what is going out. If it's not good, then it has to go back. Being determination, you have to determine, okay, this is what we are pushing out. you do it first, it doesn't come out well, do it again, do it over and over again. So it's a culture that has to be adopted by an individual, even at side products, even to your own self, your own being, taking care of yourself. There's a whole lot that is going on. It has to do with personality. Yes, exactly. Some people, they don't see all what we are talking about being quality. They don't see like this is what we're referring to. They don't even know, and they are pushing their product at the same time. So, and be mindful of, it's not that because it's quality that doesn't mean that it has to be expensive. You can sell a very low, not so expensive product and still have a very good quality, and you sell at large. So it has to do with the entrepreneur itself.
Okay.
What does your personality represent? Okay,
thank you very much. You can join this conversation. You can ask questions. You can actually make clarification. And the studio line to call is 090 22809 257. You can also call 09161047698. 09161047698. You can also call 0811-052-6487. 0811-052-6487. You can call and actually be part of this conversation. We have been talking with Amutajero, the creative director of brand Derayo. It's also the CEO of Derayo Vocational Limited. So, Derayo, you've mentioned quite some things that are very critical, and I feel that this needs to really be contextualized because we are in Nigeria. I mean, whether we like it or not, we're doing our businesses here.
Yes.
And one important thing I also want to because you are in that ecosystem of SMEs, you have a lot of them. I've noticed that when they set up a business, especially an SME business, within a short period of time, 2, 3, 4 years, you don't see the business again. Why are so many SMEs shutting down in Nigeria?
It starts from not poor planning, when you don't plan properly, when you don't do your research, knowing what's your capacity. There's a whole lot. Poor location, maybe your location that you even first open up is not even where your services or product is needed. So you've already even killed the business before from the beginning. Then not calculating your risk very well. Those are the things you need to look into. Taking 2 steps ahead. When you're in Nigeria, you have to what do you call it? You have to, as in, exactly. You have to be on. Exactly. You have to be on point. Like, yes, be thinking. You have to think ahead. Have network. Associate yourself with people. Meet with people. You need information. You have to. A lot of people don't know what is going on, and that's the sad truth. To be honest with you, we have phones, but yet we don't use it. They don't know what the information is flying left, right, and center. Grants are there for you to apply. People don't even know that. They don't give them. So it starts from you yourself. How the awareness? Do you know what you're even doing? Are you well informed? Do you know what is going on in your industry? Do you know the shakers and movers of the industry? Do you know what they are planning to do? Are you part of what they are moving? So it takes a whole lot. There's a lot going on. To be successful has to be being conscious of what you're doing and planning. Follow the plan with your goals, your vision. What you're doing in the next 2 years, what you're doing now, does it align with what's going to happen in the next 1 year? What you see your brand doing, your business doing in the next 6 months? Your daily routine, does it align with what's going to happen in the next 6 months? So those are the things. I think 2013, I was like, okay, fine. Is this how we are going to be doing one product? Actually, no. I was just like, okay, fine. Why not look into? Okay, they said they like African prints in US, in Jamaica. Okay, fine. What's the process of even taking our products out there? Okay. I'm not talking about my uncle is coming, they'll take 2, 3 dresses.
That's very common.
That's the informal export. So I started training in 2013. Any export training that I go, you see me in the front. Though by the time I go home, I'm already having a headache because I'm not even gotten to any level. But I keep going to all these trainings. It's like preparing myself mentally, knowing what we're supposed to put in place, checking all maybe we are supposed to have barcodes, we're supposed to have the proper finishing that yes, this is okay to even push out. We are representing Nigeria. Believe it, this is our country. Yes,
Of course.
exactly. So you have to be proud of where you are coming from, and being proud is ensuring that you produce something that people will say, I'm like, oh, this is made from Nigeria. Are you really? You sure? Exactly. That's what we are talking about. And I keep going for the training. And 2022. I'm still attending training. I did 3-month boot camp of export training, and when we were training, I was like, and opportunities for export started coming. I was like, wow, this is it. We are ready. And then I was able to pull some other people in. It has opened up. So if you're not being aware of what you want to do in the next 3 years, and you don't work towards it, it won't happen. There won't be any miracle. Pray to God and pray to God. If you don't take those steps, it won't. It's just like someone saying, I want to export to maybe you want to be selling in Abuja, and you don't have a store in Abuja. You don't even look for someone that can represent your business in Abuja. Fine, you can do social media, but if you don't even do your sponsor are directed to people in Abuja, you're just that's the simplicity of what I've been saying. You need to plan and work towards it.
Okay, yeah, that's quite very important. Planning, you plan and you continue to plan. But I also want to say that some of those things you said are actually quite deep. They actually go beyond the surface.
Yes.
And if you look at planning, look at a country like Nigeria. Because I will always draw this attention back to Nigeria, because a lot of people want to go to business, need to be aware of this.
What's going on?
Now, planning in Nigeria is another thing. If a business plan, a businessman plan, or a business person decide to plan for the next 5 years, so that this way I'm going to, quite a lot of things may happen. You understand?
Millions of things
will happen. So that you look at, in fact, at the end of the day, it's like you never plan at all. So, from your experience and some of these challenges you've had in the past, how can an entrepreneur overcome all these unforeseen circumstances that can actually tamper with your plan?
Yes. A whole lot, especially when Nigeria, we all know what it is here. It's not stable. Government policies, a whole lot comes up, the customs, there's a whole lot. But the thing is, there's always a way.
Okay.
So you have to be open-minded.
Okay.
You have to be determined. You have to be open-minded. Like, okay, fine, this is what's going on now. Okay, work quickly. You need to have teams that you can brainstorm with.
Okay.
This is what is going on. This is what we have. What can we do? How can we go around this? I think the year 2020 was a wake-up call for a lot of people. Everybody, it was like, this COVID, how do I go work with it? So everybody just went, boom, what can I do? Let me do this business. So people jump into food. So everybody was open-minded about, so we can do Zoom meeting. I don't need to travel to go and do some conference. You can do. So that is how one has to be. You have to be proactive about everything going on around. So 2020, it was a year that we realized, okay, fine, we need to look into other stream of income for our business, apart from the production, apart from the training. What else there is within our industry that we can look into? So it can be things like that can help you to even at the end of the day. By the time you try it, you can say, okay, fine, I think it will even support what we have on ground, not killing the business, but supporting the business to grow through the challenges.
Okay, yeah. One important thing that I also want you to comment on is that if you look at something that is very common within business ecosystem in Nigeria, so to speak, in fact, in many markets and many industry, especially among the SMEs. Now, there's this orientation that we have, especially business-minded people, where somebody starts business, a particular product or product service, and it begins to thrive. Suddenly, you just see mass migration to that, that industry, that product. The same thing that happened with pure water, the same thing that happened with bottled water. It also happened in confectionery, baking, and bakery business. Even the restaurants.
I think now is even waste. Recycling and L to fitness.
Yes,
in fact, I was just seeing everywhere. Like,
is it beautician? Okay, this beauty therapist. So
skincare.
Skincare. So it's saturated.
Yes.
So what's going on?
It has always been like that. Nigerians. There was a point in time that it was just oil. Everybody was building oil everywhere, and you can see it's going down now. They've done it. So you want it to? So want it? But the thing is, it will always be like that. Nigerians love. Okay, fine. Someone has paths. They've clear road. But yeah, let's follow. Sharp and make money. It's good. It's actually good. Someone is going to lead. We are not saying you should not lead. You can follow at the center, but when you're following, ensure that you don't spoil that market. Ensure that you don't make it worse. That is where all the quality product that we're talking about comes in. What is your good? Do you have a good business ethics that you're going to bring to the game? Not even come in and say, okay, fine. Someone like has been doing it for 10,000. I'm coming with the baddest and I'm doing it for 1,000, and you just mess up the whole thing. A lot of people, some businesses, when they will actually fold up because of that. And if you see training, there was a time that Ankara training was all over, and if you're saying you want to do your Ankara training for 150,000, be like, when I can get it 150, some people even do for 500 naira. Is as bad. There was a point in Lagos that every home you have someone that is doing Ankara shoe, Ankara bag. Where are they today? Everybody has it's not. So that is how. And then the shakers and movers will be the one that will let the innovators. Yes, exactly. If you can move with time, what trend? What can you do? Innovate. Being creative. Okay. What creativity can you add to your own? That'll make it stand out for everybody. Every person you can be doing that. But when they come to you, I'm like, oh, this is different from what we saw. We've always been in. This is the first time I'm seeing this looking like this. That is what we are talking about. That is what you need to add to your business. It might be customer service. No, it might not even be product. It might be how you deliver your service. How you make your customer feel special when they call. How do you respond when they deliver? Even the process of ordering, how do they make them feel? Those are the little things that will make you stand out. People go, people come. That is how it is in Nigeria. Everybody's looking for wealth. But how do you stand out to keep getting this wealth and keep it? That's what we're talking about.
Okay, fantastic. You can still join this conversation, Consumer Voice. We're talking about entrepreneurship in Nigeria challenges. We have Derayo in the house, who happen to be an entrepreneur in the creative industry, specifically fashion. She's been here talking about challenges that entrepreneurs do face across different industry. The studio line to call is 0902 280 9257 0902 280 9257. You can also call 0916 104 7698 0916 104 7698. You can as well call 0811 052 6487 0811 052 6487. Yes, Derayo, I want to be an entrepreneur. Okay, now you're my tutor. you're my tutor. Now, Derayo, what's the most important things, let's say most important things or most important consideration that an entrepreneur should consider before launching out?
What value do you want to give out? What value?
Okay.
Yeah. What problem do you want to solve? What is it? What solution are you bringing to the table? That's what we are interested in. Once people know that there's a solution somewhere, people would drop funds. They will buy. They will key into your idea. But you need to do your planning well. You need to know what you want to go into and be sure of yourself, yes, and come out. Yes, the world is waiting for you, honestly. Yes, we're looking to people that would have solutions to our problem. Okay. Yes, if recycling can change the whole turn of, factories, bats looking into recycling, what they can do with their end waste, that's awesome. So, tap into it. What can you bring? What solution? Solve a problem. But number one, you have to be very passionate about it. If you're not passionate and you're in Nigeria, or you just like this is tiring. So for it not to be tiring, you have to be passionate, you have to be determined and do your assignment well. It's actually fun because you enjoy, you learn your lesson, you make mistakes, you fail, then you come up again, then you see that you could get better over time. We need to push. we need people to come out, we need people to create jobs, we need people to export products, we need Nigeria GDP to increase. That is what we are talking about. We have a whole lot, we have land, we have a whole lot, but who are those people that is going to make use of these resources and transform it into wealth? That's what we are talking about. So there's a whole lot going on. I'm going to implore us to do something. If you've not started business, if you're thinking of an idea that you know something, a solution to a problem, and for my own, I think when I started, it was just like everywhere in Alesh. When you get to Alesh, when I was young, it's only imported shoe, imported bag, everywhere. As in, what's going on? I mean, can't we have? And then I noticed that whenever I'm passing and I'm seeing maybe a shoemaker or bag maker making shoe, I'll be like, I want to do this thing, but I'll do my own fine now. As in, when you come to my office, just like, is this a shoemaker? And I did it. You understand? That was the drive. And the drive had then, it got to a point that I had this drive of, okay, fine. How can we create more jobs? How can we engage our youth? And I go into training. I do a lot of free training. So it has to, the drive will push you. When the challenges come, you'll be like, okay, fine, how can I maneuver it and go around it? So challenges, that's life. Okay. So looking beyond that and bringing something good out of it, that is what we are. There's a whole lot we can do, but we need everybody to bring their A game on the table. Yes, let's make the environment a community. I start with community before it gets to country. Community. What can you do in your environment? You can be in OJ, you can be in Bere, you can be in Akobo, and export to the world. You can even sell to Abuja, sell to Lagos. But what do you have to offer the world? That's what we're asking you.
Yeah, great. Now I really appreciate those move from your hand, those encouragement from your hand. But now, one important thing before you go. Now, when would you know, or how did you know you need to scale up? At what time, at what point would you recognize that time has come for me to scale up my business, to expand my business? At what point?
There are a lot of indicators. There are a lot of things you need to look at. Number one, it starts from actually what's the vision and the mission of the business. If you've already stated that, okay, in the next 3 years or next 5 years, we're to move from point A to point B. So when you get to that point, you can evaluate and say, okay, are we ready? What else do we need to add? Or can we do it now? It might be maybe your turnover, okay, fine, we're supposed to make the first year, we're supposed to make 15 million. Second year, make so amount. We've made more than that. Okay, can we get more hands so that we can make times 2 or times 3 of that? Okay. If we've gotten to that level, then okay, fine, let's expand, and that's it. So, and then if you are at a point that you feel okay, fine, we need to add some other product line, add some other services, you might need to extend, and it's bringing experts to help you undo that section. Okay. So that's it.
Okay, fantastic. Finally, what's your advice to government and to struggling entrepreneurs, briefly?
To the government, we need policies that will enable us to strive. We need you to look into the fuel. The fuel is the diesel and oil is what we are shouting at now. Let it be accessible. Apart from being accessible, we need to look into and reduce the price. The price is killing, actually. Then look into industrialization. How can we have a lot of the mini in the SMEs. How can you look into this so that they can, not, for me, I know we need funds. For me, I really don't think it's fun. I feel that the managerial skill aspect as today, we need to come in. There's a small business, a lady in Ibadan, I won't mention him, it's not be like but she does with pure water. She recycled it and turned it into woven fabric, which she used to produce shoes, bags, and sell. Wow. Why not just look into it and just scale it up? Do different centers. Okay, in society, we can bring in, submit 100 bags of pure water. We'll give you maybe you recharge your light or something. Something win-win situation for the society to strive. Okay. Instead of just giving funds, if you give the person 500,000, 1 million, the money goes. But put a system in place, and we can't do it. The entrepreneurs are struggling. There's a whole lot going on. And to the entrepreneur, our employers to keep the open, keep striving. Network is the best. Network. Stop doing kulu in your small space. There's a whole lot going on out there. Learn. You have to be open to learning. You have to be patient. It doesn't just happen once. Okay. It's a gradual process. You have to understand that you have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to be determined. the end goal. Yes, putting things in place to expand your business. Once you expand, you grow your business, you make more money, you'll be able to help other people. It's actually helping people. Solution, that's the main, then money comes after. Thank you.
Wow, that is Anima Shaun Aminat, okay, Aderayo, the creative director of Brand Derayo, also the chief operating officer of Derayo Vocational Limited. You have done a whole lot of justice with it. Thank you so much. Hope when we call you, you are going to be here again. Yes, on Brand Nugget today, why do you need marketing research? It's very important. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. Life is always a part of process. You should know that. Now, any good business person knows that research is critical to survival of your business and growth of your business. Marketing research gives you a compass that will help you to navigate difficult business terrain. Many businesses fail because they are not guided by insight from marketing research. A business idea that looks or sounds so good to you may not fly. Marketing research will give you confirmation if your business idea has value. Many products and services die because there is no connection between their value and what customer really wants. Marketing research will help you to know whether your product is right for the market, whether the market you're targeting is even right for your product, the level of demand for that product category. It will also help you to know whether you are selling at the right price, how competitive are your market. In other words, what competition is out there within the market where you operate. The best channel to distribute and sell your product will also be reviewed by marketing research. Marketing research will also help you, to know the most effective means to create awareness for your product. It's quite very important. Marketing research, when you do it very well, it helps you to track and measure, the performance of a brand in the market. Marketing research is quite very important. And one another advantage of marketing research is the kind of marketing message that will attract your audience. Marketing research helps you to identify the kind of message you develop and send to your target audience so that they can get attracted to your brand. Also, marketing research help you to know the right time to innovate, to repackage, or to rebrand your product. You cannot do without marketing research if you want to fly as a business owner. Because consumer taste and lifestyle are changing, their demands are changing, the business environment is changing. You should undertake marketing research twice or once every year. And the truth about it is that if you don't know about it or you don't know how to do it, please get a consultant to help you. It's very, very important. That's how we're going to close the curtain, on Consumer Voice today. My name is Oluyemi Omitola. We're going to catch you the same time, Tuesday next week. It's still IBR 92.5. Don't go away.